Alright guys, I'm here with a bit of information for Dragon Ball Legends. So, Legends is finally getting some sort of content, which is good, but the official Dragon Ball Legends Twitter accounts have tweeted out who the free-to-play unit is going to be. You guys are seeing it on the screen right now. It is none other than Super Saiyan Trunks. Now, the thing is, right, we weren't necessarily sure if this was going to be continuing, I guess in a sense, the campaign, because at first we didn't know if it was really movies or if it was like androids or whatever the case may be. Now with this Trunks, we can solidify it as movies because, as you can see in the artwork, Android 14 is in the background. So obviously that's only happened in, the Fusion Android 13 movie. So yes, this Trunks will be part of sagas from the movies alongside like Super Saiyans, the hybrids, all that good stuff. But anyway, the tweet says, event exclusive Super Saiyan Trunks Teen is coming. A support character that excels at buffing and healing. Greatly boost special move, ultimate, awaken arts damage of allies with certain tags, like hybrid Saiyans, plus heal allies and buff their damage on return to standby. Now, I actually don't know how to feel about this. Now, before I get into it, I just want to say that artwork is fire, bro. Like, this is a free-to-play unit, and we got artwork like this. Hold on, bro. Like, they are cooking bold. You know what I'm saying? But back on point. The reason why I'm not necessarily sure about this unit is because he's a support type, and we quite literally just got one for the tag, like sagas from the movies, right? With LF Android 13. So for them to give us another support type, either this Trunks is supposed to be like the support type for the team, just in case if you don't have Android 13, or I don't know. But I honestly think that having him at support type is honestly not that good of an idea, because when it comes down to Android 13 or Trunks, everybody will be able to get, Trunks because he's free. But I'm pretty sure a lot more people would much rather use Android 13. It only makes sense, personally speaking. Not to mention, we don't know what element factor Trunks is going to be up until, the weekly reset when he should be releasing. And let's see, because we have Android 13, who is a blue unit. And if I recall correctly, wasn't Android 14 and 15, weren't they yellow and green? I'm pretty sure they were green and yellow respectively. But the main thing is, if this Trunks is like a red unit or a purple unit or whatever the case may be, those element factors, when it comes down to sagas from the movies, should have been delegated to a much more offensive centric unit, because those tags, or those element factors, sorry, are still covered by very powerful units, right? Again, for example, if we had a red unit, we'd be able to cover Ultra Super Saiyan Goku. If we had a purple unit, we'd be able to cover Ultra Full Power Frieza, right? Now with Android 13 being a blue unit, that helps against the likes of Ultra Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, which is good. But not to mention, like, again, he's a revival unit, and when he revives, he gets like, lots of stat buffs and all stuff. So him being a support type in that regard is okay, right? Plus he also has a unique gauge to help like boost him in the team. So like, that's fine. But for free-to-play units, I don't see, or at least as of right now, if he's red or if he's purple, I think that's probably going to do a lot more harm than good, because we really need more offensive-centric units to cover those element factors to try to counter those units respectively. But, I mean, that's just my take on that, because for all we know, this support type could be really, really good, right? And in that right, he could go crazy against the likes of those Ultra units. Who knows? Is it likely that's going to happen, especially with the current like design philosophy of Legends? No, but it's not an impossibility, right? But that aside, breaking down the stats apart from him being a support type, greatly boost special move, ultimate, and awaken damage arts of allies with certain tags, like hybrid Saiyan. Now, the problem with that is hybrids aren't in this meta right now. Like, that's like, hybrids are just not in the meta, because when it comes down to like these hybrid units, right, you're not using, even though this unit was great when they released at the beginning of the year, you're not using tag Future Gohan and Trunks. That's not happening. You're not using Ultra Beast Gohan. His time in the spotlight has been gone. Like, You're not using Ultra Super Saiyan 2, like, you know, Team Gohan. Like, you're not using LF Gotenks. You're not doing any of that right now. Those units are currently not in the meta. So, and during the anniversary, hybrids didn't get a single buff, not one. So, actually, yeah, because hybrids didn't get a buff during anniversary. They didn't get a buff after anniversary either, up until now. So, trying to use or trying to boost the hybrids tag right now, unless we're gonna get into like a hybrids campaign and we're getting a new Trunks, well, we kind of already have one, or we're getting a new Gohan or something of the sort, this Trunks boosting hybrids right now is not, that's not needed right now. Like, what this Trunks needs to do is boost sagas from the movies, because if you do that, then that will work with the androids, like 13, 14, and 15. That would be fantastic. And at that point, I could see the likes of Android 13 dealing even more damage. I can see the likes of Androids 14 and 15 shining even more if you're able to boost their special moves, their ultimates, and their awakened arts. Granted, literally none of them have awakened arts. And only Android, no. Actually, yeah, I don't believe any of them have ultimates, but either way, it just, I really want this unit to shine, but they have to get the tags that are boosted, especially with like those abilities that they're promoting. They gotta get it right. They gotta get it right. And as of right now, hybrids is not the play. They need to be boosting sagas from the movies, so that way he properly aids the androids. But that aside, it says plus heal allies and buff their damage on return to standby. So the way how this Trunks sounds like is, you know, you get him in, do what you can, support your team as much as you can, get him out, right? Because once you take him out, you're gonna heal your team and boost their damage. And again, units like LF13 can really take advantage of that. Even though LF13's support type, he holds his own very well and also really helps sustain the team. Like, if there is a way to have Android 13 and Super Saiyan Trunks work together to really sustain that team, that would be really good, because for all we know, that could like supercharge like Android 14 or 15 or whatever the case may be, right? Based off like the boost that Android 13 are able to get off, or is able to get off, you know, with his unique gauge and all that stuff. So again, we'll have to see. Like, this is just one of those areas where it's kind of tricky, and we will have to see if the unit is going to be solid, because in a general retrospect, is a support type bad? No, but it's just the fact that we literally just got a premium support type unit. That's my main concern. So we'll see what happens. Also, with again the current design philosophy of these characters, like, something tell me don't hold my breath. I want to have hope, but something tell me don't hold my breath. But again, we'll find out during weekly reset, like when we're actually able to get our hands on the unit. But still, there is a brand new Super Saiyan Trunks coming to the game very soon, and I do want to know what you guys think about him in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.